What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Megalodon J. Man, Lord, what's going on out here, man? I want to take some time tonight to address some issues, a lot of things going on in the world, man. But one of the biggest things that I've seen this weekend that I have to touch on is got to be the NBA boycott. Now, we've been dealing with a lot of things out here in this world, social injustice, everything's going on with the police. We have governmental issues. I talk about it indirectly all the time, but I figured, hey, why not address it tonight? I don't have anything else to do. Look, this video isn't for everybody. I do not intend to offend anybody, but if I do, I apologize. This is solely my opinion. You don't have to take it. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to process it. So, with that being said, look, I have to address the Milwaukee Bucks. Look, I understand why you guys didn't play during the week, but the biggest issue that I have is that I understand the marketing piece of it, right? So in 2014, there was an article published about the NBA and the players' deal, right? About marketing. And see, this is why the NBA is having a hard time stopping when they don't want to play, starting when they don't want to play. See, this is the thing, man. NBA signed a deal, players, owners, a 9-year, $24 billion contract that would do a 50-50 split between the players and the owners. Sounds like a partnership to me, right? Most definitely a partnership. That puts it at 2.67 billion a year. That's not counting salaries, y'all. That's not counting salaries. So when they make this stance about social injustice and then they boycott for a day or two, and then they have this special meeting, there's something called a collective bargaining agreement, which that was what I was just speaking on, was this $2.67 billion a year between the players and the owners on revenue of playing these games. That's not annual salaries, y'all. That's everything else. That's TV deals. That includes them playing on ESPN, ABC, TNT, NBA TV, etc. So you got to understand, man, they came back because they had to play, because they understood how much money is involved in this whole entire situation. I'm not trying to minimize the movement. I understand that they're fighting for something. But one thing about it, if you're really, really trying to instill change, this is just my opinion, stop playing. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the coin, man, to get the big thing going. And I seen this weekend, I posted about it, can we please have a moment of silence for the Facebook presser people? Because I'm sorry, I'm about to hurt your feelings right now. All right, that's enough. With that being said, look, guys, y'all have to understand everything in this world is not a black or white thing. I understand that there's a lot of things going on, but the main thing that y'all need to understand, especially with me talking about revenue and these things, money, things that are moving the dime for the NBA, you have to understand this is a partnership between the players and the owners. So whether or not the players agree, they have to play. But there's a bigger issue that we need to talk about. We need to discuss this because, see, this is like the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Look, y'all, these players have put themselves in a position to where they have to play. It's more about first generational wealth. Do you understand what first generational wealth is? And a lot of people, they look at it like, okay, well, I got myself out of poverty. This is the situation that I'm in. I might be a thousandaire. I might be a millionaire. Okay, cool. Boom. I'm going to take care of my immediate family. I might take care of my girlfriend. I might buy her a couple bags. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what I'm trying to do out here. But see, that's the wrong thought process, because that same thought process has them locked into this collective bargaining agreement to where they can't say, hey, look, I don't want to play. I don't want to be your show pony anymore. They can't do that, because see, a lot of them have already sold themselves into a bad situation because they cannot manage money. Look, I'm gonna tell you young people out here, y'all need to understand this. Everything is economics. Get you some assets out here. If you have some kind of special talent, not just athletically, if you can play an instrument, if you're good with public speaking, if you're good with, let's say, science, whatever you're good at, agriculture, whatever your thing is, make sure that you can maximize your dollars, whatever you do. These NBA players have put themselves in a position to not be able to do that, because a lot of them are buying vehicles like the McLaren or like the Rolls Royce Phantom with the stars in the top that we see so much with a lot of players. Look, guys, girls, y'all have to understand. This is my stance on that. If you buy a car that's $300,000, understand that as soon as you pull it off that lot, it depreciates. Understand that. Then it puts you in a position to where the ownership really doesn't mean much of anything, because you bought it for 300,000. Now it's 150,000, which that's still a good little price for the car. But if you paid 300,000 for it, you kind of got ripped on it. I just want you to know this. A lot of business owners know this. They know this. Owners know this. And see, at this point, when the NBA players had that meeting, they understood that with this CBA, collective bargaining agreement, that if you do sit out, there's a potential for a lockout because of breach of contract. You have to understand contracts also. So hey, if you agree to something, you got to fulfill your obligations, or you're going to be in a whole nother situation. But that's not even the worst part about it, you guys. The worst part about it is, look, yes, I do know that there's social injustice going on in the world. I do know that there's a lot of things going on. But the biggest thing is, and this is just my opinion, you can take it for what it's worth, is with all the police brutality going on, with all the money moving, like the TV contracts and the stands and the t-shirts and the Black Lives Matter t-shirts. Look, me personally, I can support the movement, but what I want to say about the movement, and I really want y'all to hear me out, it's okay to have the t-shirts. They're cool. They're nice looking. You're making a great statement. I appreciate you. But one thing that I want to see people do with this movement is understand what the movement is actually about. Yo, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a small town named Huntsville, Texas. And then I moved a little bit down the road to Willis, Texas. Man, I have met phenomenal people throughout my entire life. Does racism exist? Absolutely. Have I experienced it? Absolutely. But it's up to me, to be able to change the outcome and how I see things. It's up to me to decide whether or not I'm going to have a good day, bad day, or, average day. So like for me, I choose to put out positive things out here in this life, because that's who I want to be. That's what I want to be. And that's what I want to see. I want to see nothing but positive things. Look, I had the opportunity, man, when I was in Huntsville, and I've had some great coaches, man, black, white, Hispanic, but I'm going to highlight a few of them right now. You know what I'm saying? And if I left anybody out, man, I apologize. It's not that you didn't have an impact on my life. It's just certain people have given me certain things in this life, as far as being able to understand other people in other situations, right? So I had the opportunity, man, to have some amazing coaches, man. I've had Coach Calvin Guillory, man. He taught me a lot about the game of football, how to study film. He taught me that preparation was key. I appreciate Coach Calvin, man. He did a lot for me. Um, Toby Foreman, man. Toby Foreman was one of the most swagged out coaches that we had, man. He was a white guy, man. Great human being, man. Outstanding human being. Taught me, man, that hey, be confident, man, about what you're doing, man, but look good doing it. You know, Toby, man. Toby, shout out, bro. I miss you, man. Coach Cooey, another white guy, man. Coach Cooey, man, phenomenal individual, man. He taught me passion, man. He told me that I need to be passionate about a lot of different things, man, and but it needs to be controlled passion. You know, you need to love the game, you know, and as long as you love the game, you can continue to be great at it. So then, you know, when I dealt with these coaches, man, in this spot, I was like, cool, man. They gave me some gems, right? They gave me a lot of gems, and so I appreciate that. Black and white, folks. Black and white. Y'all gotta understand, with a lot of things that we have going on, the media is doing everything to us, black and white. And so for myself, my personal experiences, I've had good experiences, man, with a lot of different things, man, like black and white, Hispanic, Asian. You know, I love people from all over, man. I've lived in almost all 50 of the states, man. So I've probably seen a lot of different things, man, that a lot of people haven't seen, man. And I appreciate that, man. You know, God put me in a situation to where I was able to be able to appreciate that from a lot of different people, man. You know, I have a friend right now that I talk to, man, almost every day, which reminds me, man, I need to probably text him, check on him, man, see how he's doing, man. From Brenham, Texas, man. Phenomenal human being, white guy, man. We talk about fitness, we talk about business, we talk about life all the time. We talk about the family, man, the kids, everything, man. Outstanding human being, man. Y'all got to understand with this movement, man. Like there's a narrative that the media is painting, and don't let the media put things in your mind to where the people that you've grown up with become bitter enemies, and you lose sight of these people that you've loved your whole entire life. Okay, so I gave you a little bit of Huntsville. Now, my senior year, my family moved, and so I went down the road about 15 minutes to Willis, Texas. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't know what Willis is, it's a small little town outside of Conroe. Look, I'm going to tell you something. I met a guy named Rick Cullum. Rick Cullum gave me some of the best advice that I probably could have ever had in my life. And I'm going to tell you something. He told me a little bit after my senior year, and I got so much respect for Rick Cullum because he didn't have to keep in contact with me. He didn't have to be nice to me, but he was always very pleasant. Always a stand-up guy to me, you know, and he told me, man, probably my freshman year in college, man, he's like, hey, look, I understand you want to continue your playing career. You're doing what you're doing out here. You're working hard, man, but make sure that while you're doing it, you exhaust every little bit that you have out of what you're doing to make sure you have no regrets. Man, Coach Cullum told me that. I appreciate that, man, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about exhausting everything that you have, working hard, and reaping the benefit from it, man. You got to understand that. I also had another coach, man, Don Harrison, man, out of Willis, Texas, man. Like Coach Harrison, man, was really trying to teach me how to focus, man, and I was having a hard time focusing my senior year with a lot of stuff, man. It caused me to drop the ball a lot. Coach, I apologize, man. I wish I would have caught the deep route for you, but I didn't. But you know what? You gave me some gems, man, because at the end of the day, you were absolutely correct, man. Once you get your focus right, your life starts to change and you start to get a lot of things right. Man, I greatly appreciate that, coach. That means the world to me, man. Guys, what I'm trying to tell y'all is the media is controlling how we feel about these people, man. The media is controlling how we feel about the person that's right next to us. You got to understand, even with the NBA, man, they got so much money tied up in to their situation. And it's a lot of these guys are first generational wealth.